This week I'm going to be doing another video on my Hiboy S2 Pro, as my previous video was taken down because of copyright infringement on some of the music that I had on there. It has rear disc brakes. It unlatches fairly easily. It has a very easy claspable latch, and it's hopefully we don't get in trouble this time for using music that isn't authorized. And here we go. This time I'm using YouTube's own music. Hopefully I don't get in any trouble for it. There's no sense in riding if you ain't got any tunes with it, right? It's a very nice scooter when you loosen the suspension on the back. The two if you look underneath, there's a dual suspension underneath. You have to loosen the two springs, because when you first get it, it's super stiff. So this time I'm going to use YouTube's own music, and hopefully I don't get in any trouble for it. And as you've seen in my last video, when I lost my other phone, one of my Havesco scooter, make sure this thing is locked. It wasn't locked the last time. It's like the 10th phone I've lost. There. Locked in now. I shouldn't lose it. We'll see. We're going to start out on comfort mode. See the green S? I hope you can see that. Because that way you can get up to 25 miles of range. And where I'm going, I need the range. It'll do 13 miles an hour even with me on it in comfort mode, so that's all I need to go in the city, unless I'm running from something. I had to get up on the sidewalk because I'm scarred. Watch out, squirrel. Let me make sure that this thing's nice and tight. I don't want it flying off my handlebars. This scooter here, you can take it on the sidewalk. It's got the solid tires, and like I said, I loosened the suspension, so I got a lot of bounce to it. You can even ride it one-handed, see? Some of the scooters you can't. Some of the scooters take your hand off the handlebar, you're done. This is the Carter Street Rec Center. Cut through here, save a little bit of time, a little bit of energy on the battery. Since I loosened the suspension, I mean, it's a huge difference. I mean, it's really bouncy. It eats up a lot of these. If I didn't loosen the suspension, I feel every single one of these sidewalk crevices. But because the suspension's loosened, it's actually pretty smooth. Hiboy makes a good scooter. They always have. I just wish that they made this S2 Pro with a dual motor. You know, with a toggle switch on it, so you can toggle it. I'm actually standing so close to the front stem because I'm a fat ass that I keep hitting the bottom of the phone into the dashboard. This is my smoothest riding scooter. What I really want to get myself is the Hiboy Titan and the Hiboy Titan Pro. I've had good experience with Hiboy products, that's why. I've had good experience with Hiboy. They're super reliable. I've had this scooter for over a year and haven't had no problems with it. And it gets, you know, real decent mileage. It's real decent travel on it from a full charge. I'm 225 pounds and I've gotten over 20 miles on it. It's got a meter on it that it runs from the green bars into the red. As long as you keep it into the green bars and don't keep it into the red and pegged all the time, it doesn't chew up the battery that much. Usually I cut over, but I don't think it's a good idea too much today because oops. There's a lot of glass on the street. A ton of glass on the street. Plus there's somebody behind me, of course. And the S2 Pro has regenerative braking, so when you're going downhill or you reach your speed and take your finger off the thumb throttle, it actually does regenerate the brake, unlike a lot of other products that claim to do it and don't do it. I.e. my Havesco. They claim it's got regenerative braking, it doesn't have regenerative braking. It's a nice little scooter, and it's got a lot of power, but eats up the battery. I'd like to put an extended battery on it from mymaxmods.com because it's already a 48 volt scooter, but this here's my most reliable scooter, the Hiboy S2 Pro. And I have the 9-Bot Max, the Havesco, I have the Turbo and X7 Pro, but this one here is the most reliable. You're going to go for any type of city ride. I had to get a quick ride in today because it's going to rain. It's going to rain all week here in Rochester. What an awful spring so far. It's terrible. I mean, it's real bad. Terrible spring so far. Rochester. hopefully I can get a good ride before the rain comes. It's supposed to be here at noon, so hopefully I'll be all right. But our weatherman's never right, so. He says it's noon. Count it as 10 o'clock before it starts pouring. I'm cruising at 13 miles an hour on the comfort mode. I'll get some good mileage out of it like this, and then I just let it freewheel to let that regenerative brake work. The only scooter I have that goes farther is my 9-Bot Max, but it's, you know, until I put suspension on, it's got way worse, you know, way stiffer ride. I'm going over all the bumps here on the sidewalk. It don't affect me at all. My 9-Bot Max will be jarring my teeth. It's my own fault though, because I put solid tires on it. But if you ride in the city, if you ride an air-filled tire scooter in the city, you got holes in your head because of all the glass, bolts, screws, nails, everything on the sidewalk and street. After a couple flat tires, like I experienced, you'll understand why I put solid tires on it. But I'm not in a position now to fork out the $200 for the suspension. But I will. I'll put the suspension on it. But out of the box, this is the best bang for the buck. Hiboy S2 Pro. The stem height's perfect. The ergonomics are perfect. The regenerative braking's awesome and really works. It actually does. You know, you can physically watch your battery go. You know, if you regen brake going down the hill, you can watch it bounce up a bar. So it's actually legit. It's not a scam, something to sell a scooter. It actually regenerates. I know you couldn't see it because the resolution's only 1080p, but I just drove through. There's a whole big pile of glass to the right of me I just went through. The city's changed over the past 30 years. This is Rochester, New York. The city's changed a lot. Taking this scooter out's a pleasure though, with the loosened suspension, man. This thing's like riding on air compared to my other scooters. I do real world rides. I don't do the you know, the stats where the guy shows somebody going 19 miles an hour, then he's skidding the tires or the brakes. I do real world rides to show people what it's like to actually ride the scooter. To actually take it for a real long ride.
Place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way.
I do a couple of cutovers, you know, to try to save some distance.
Leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I got time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in the spacey. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong.
Like I said, I'm actually doing this ride over again because YouTube flagged me for the old music I had on there. They said it was copyrighted, so it ruined the whole video, and I tried to splice a new song in there, so I had to redo it. I'm going to download MP4, an MP4 program on my computer to piece my videos back together.
I don't have to I can go change my fate. You won't understand.
You don't get tooth or brain chatter with this scooter.
Possibly my last stand, my last stand. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
We're on Clifford Avenue now, heading towards where it turns to Empire Boulevard. Savoya Pastry Shop. I'm doing a different ride than I did before. I'm not going down Empire Boulevard. South Squirrel. I didn't hit him. He was close to me though, that's for sure. This will take me up the hill like 7 miles an hour, but I'm in the red now, so I don't want to do that. That's what kills the battery. You want to keep it in the green. I don't have it in sport mode. If it's sport mode, it goes up to the 500 watt, so I'm trying as best I can to keep it in comfort mode. On the way back, if I have any energy left, I'll put it in sport mode. Because it'll do 19 miles an hour, 18 with me on it. But with a summer lighter rider, it'll do 19. But this is the most reliable of all my scooters. So for city riding, you can't beat a S2 Pro. Hiboy makes a good product. I'm using a Campark X35 4K action cam, but I'm shooting in 1080p 30 frames per second. Just easier to edit. Lot less data than if you're actually trying to do 4K. 4K chews up the data like crazy. That's the road I want to go down. I want to go down Merchants. Try to keep it in these neighborhoods here. Merchants Grill, that brings back memories. I used to go there all the time. I used to deliver beer to them when I worked at Wright Wisner. All of us beer guys would meet up there at the end of the day. And that used to be Dick Ladd's bowling alley. It used to be Ladd's Lanes. Everything's changed now. I'm just riding on the sidewalk now because there's a lot of comfort on this thing with the suspension. If this was any of my other scooters, I'd be riding in the street. There's just no bike lane on this road. I've had a few close calls where people almost nipping me over the past couple years of me riding these things. And I'm 57 years old. I don't want to take any SUV up the backside, if you know what I'm saying. At least it's warm enough for me to ride today. I can't complain. How was that? How you doing? Just an old man having fun on one of these days. And for those, see, I'm still, I'm going to show you something. I'm still on 5 bars. See? I went like 3 miles. Everyone's walking their dog today. I took my dog around the block once. It's getting old though, 10-year-old Dalmatian with epilepsy. Poor thing. Morning. Now I don't give it any throttle. I'm going down a little hill. Let that regen brake, put some juice back in the battery. I'm just swerving because the sidewalk's a little uneven. The suspension eats up 90% of the bumps, but if you hit a inch high gap in the sidewalk, the no suspension is going to take that. Not with a solid wheel scooter, like this one is. I hope this video turns out alright, and I hope you guys like it. This is what it's like to really ride the S2 Pro around the city. And I'm 225 pounds, 5'11", 225. And I'm old, I'm 57 years old. So if I can ride it this far, figure where young kids can ride it. And it's like I said, it's my most reliable scooter. I take this scooter everywhere. I can't say that about a couple of my other scooters. The 9-bot's reliable too, but it's nowhere near the ride this thing gives it. But you actually do have to loosen the suspension when you get it. I don't care what some of the other reviewers tell you. Oh, they suggest you don't do it. That's just plain stupid. Because when you get it, the suspension's ultra tight. When you get it, the suspension's ultra tight. And you don't want that. You want to really try to map out your ride so you're not climbing monster hills. That's another thing about saving the battery. You don't want to take huge, massive hills. Try to flatten your ride out if you can. If you got a bunch of monster hills, no scooter's gonna get the mileage, no matter how you baby. A dual wheel scooter, dual motor scooter will do it, but it still chews battery on them too. Just makes it easier for the scooter. Thank you. I don't want to go back that way. I'll turn around. I'm trying to find the flattest route back. I've already went like 3-4 miles on it. Oh, you got room, thank you. What, the lady think I was going to run her over? Oh, holy mackerel. I may be old, but I'm not an imbecile. Not yet. I'm at 4 bars now, so it only burned 1 bar, but I still got a ways to go home, so I'm like 3.5, 4 miles, at least 4 miles away from my house. That was just Winton Road I was just on, and I live near Franklin High School, so I think I'm going to try taking this to Shelford and then cut across that way. You know, take merchants to Shelford. Anyone who knows Rochester knows what I'm talking about. How you doing? The only reason why I want to go merchants to Shelford and cut over is it takes off the angles of the hills. Because otherwise I'm going to be going all uphill, so I don't want to do that. Because then I can just, you know, shoot across. I'll put it into, once I get up to Empire Boulevard, I'll put it into sport mode so I can climb that little tiny hill that I'm going to have to climb. I might not even have to. I'll try to weasel my way up when I go Shelford Road. I might not have to. Worst come to worst, it goes from an old man riding a kick scooter to an old man pushing a kick scooter. Worst case scenario. And of course, there's a headwind. I'll just kick it a little bit, give it a help. I'm not above kicking the scooter. Help it get up the hill. Without burning it out. Hope you're enjoying the ride. It's a long ride. But I want to give you what this thing can do. Oop. That clank you just heard, that was an inch gap in the sidewalk. I'm trying to keep it out of sport mode. Give it a few kicks. Give it a little help getting up this little grade. It'll take me up there, but I don't want to kill the battery. I can kick it just a little bit to give it a little hand up, little help, and I'll do it. Save on my range. When I notice it's starting to struggle, give it 3-4 kicks, give it a little hand. If I popped it in sport mode, it'd climb up it easy, but that's when it starts eating your battery. How's it going? Yeah, thanks. I'm not going to go Shelford Road now. I've already made it to the top of the hill. It's better off me just cruising down Culver Road, go down the hill, regen my brake a little bit. I mean, I'm still on 4 bars, so I got plenty of energy, but I like to be safe than sorry. It was a long ride for this scooter for a 225-pound dude on it. Loose little stones, the worst thing for kick scooters. Loose little stones. I'm not wobbling around. It's just there's some gaps in the sidewalk. I'm just swaying to go back and forth so I don't hit them 1-inch gaps. I mean, now I got there's a bike lane now I can get over again. See how it tapers off though? It tapered off back there at the Merchants. I don't like riding in the middle of the road with the cars because it only takes one time for some guy to say you didn't see it when he's on his cell phone, and that's it. Then I'll be scooting up with Jesus. Not that that's a bad thing. I hope my camera angle was good all this time, folks. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm a novice when it comes to cameras and the whole 9 yards. I can ride the scooters, but I've been doing it for a couple years. But when it comes to anything with the camera and stuff like that, and uploading, even as I found out the hard way when they copyrighted some of my music, I had to take the stuff down. Let's see what track we're on here. Oh, it's just looping the tracks. I see what it's doing. I was wondering why it was playing the same song again. It just keeps looping the tracks. I'll do a different one when I do another video. I'll do a different music because I only got like 10 songs on there. But those are ones that are I know approved by YouTube because they're their own songs. So if I get flagged this time, you know that I got somebody against me. This here is Culver Road. I think I'm going to take Culver. We'll see. I might go Culver to Waring, over to Norton. Depends how much battery I have still. I mean, I'm still on 4 bars, but I want to press my luck. Because there is a little bit of hill climbing. I think I'll go Culver to Waring, or Culver to Norton. I mean, it's probably my shortest way. Sometimes when you cut through on these side streets, they're pretty hilly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to give it a little kick, a little assistance to get up a little bit of an in. I don't mind kicking it. It helps me save some battery. I keep coughing because it's a little chilly out. It's only like 40 degrees out. Hopefully I make it home and hopefully the video comes out good. But it is quite a ways that I went today. And I still got 4 bars. So this scooter really does give you a real good mileage. This is definitely a commuter scooter. Definitely really is a commuter scooter. It definitely has the range. It definitely has the range to get you places. But now I got to keep an eye out. Look at these holes in this sidewalk. I might be screwed. I might have to get over here. Yeah. This road is highly chewed up. And now I'm going on a little hill. I can regen some of the brake. Give the scooter a little break for a minute. I love the regen braking on this thing. It actually works. I got a couple friends of mine that I'm going to be doing the videos with. Like I said, I got 4 scooters. And if you like the content, actual going for rides, not just giving you a review of the scooter, but actually showing you what it'll do. I mean, I know it's a long video. Some people won't watch all the way to the end, but I'm 225 pounds. I got 4 bars still left. I've already went at least probably 5-6 miles on it, at least. I'd have to check when I go home. A lot of people don't realize when you're standing on a kick scooter, you go 10 miles standing up. That's a long ride. Don't get me wrong. I got the stamina where I could do a 30-mile ride on the damn things. But it has to be something like that has the battery to do it. They just put brand new sidewalks here, so they're very smooth, so that's good. They do still have little stones on them, but can't complain. Got to give them a kick. Give it a kick over a little bit to get it up to speed because I'm going up a hill with the wind facing me.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the pace.
Again, I apologize for the music looping, the same songs over again, but I'm gonna go walk over this. I don't want to eat up them big rocks.
So I understand what I want in spacey, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong? My fame brings by. Success is a finicky thing. If you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down. I don't wanna let myself down.
Taking a little bit out of the climb because riding through the parking lot, it's not as steep as the sidewalk is. This is the park I take my dog to. This is Waring, Norton Village Recreation Center. Oh, see? I'll push over that too with those big stones. I don't want to damage the scooter. I take my dog here all the time, Dot. This scooter's just awesome. I just can't believe how comfortable it is to ride with that suspension loosened up. Anybody who buys one of these, I'm telling you, loosen the suspension up just a hair. Just loosen it a hair, like 1.5 turns each. They're dual suspension. You flip the screw upside down, you'll see the dual suspension. Just loosen the nut like 1.5 turns each one. And mark my words, the thing's the smoothest riding screw you'll get on. Considering it doesn't have any front suspension. You'd never know if it doesn't have front suspension because the way the back takes all the beating. I mean, maybe it's just because of me with my 225. Maybe it's just because of my being 225 pounds. With me, the thing's the best. I'm gonna get in the street because the patches in between the sidewalk are full of big rocks. And I don't feel like eating one of them today. This road's a little beat up on this side. I'm surprised they even let the people drive on this side and don't make it all one-sided road. You might get a little bumpiness right here in the video because this road's a little beat up here. I'm still rocking 4 bars and I'm only like maybe 5 blocks from my house, so I'm all good. I probably could have went the Empire Boulevard route and went a little bit farther. I probably could have went a little bit farther than I thought on this video. Like I said, I'm on 4 bars. The wind is hitting me in the face now though. The sky don't look that bad, so they said it was going to rain, but you got to duck your head down sometimes. Some of these trees are a little low.